Imagine standing at the starting line of a race, surrounded by hundreds of competitors. Your heart is pounding, the crowd is watching. But there's one shocking detail. Nobody is wearing clothes. It sounds unbelievable. But around the world, thousands of people willingly compete in public naked races every year. Why would anyone do this? Is it about rebellion, freedom, or something much deeper about human psychology? What these athletes say after finishing the race might completely change the way you think about confidence, the human body, and social norms. And finally, we will arrive at the heart and the mind. Imagine a familiar city street, but it is transformed. There are no colorful jerseys, no branded shorts, just skin. The morning light is soft, catching the movement of 1,000 bodies in motion. Music thumps a steady, joyful beat. The faces glow, not just from exertion, but from something else, something internal. The crowd of spectators lining the route cheers, their voices a wave of sound that lifts the runners forward. The scene is at once both startling and profoundly playful. This opening image is designed to capture our full attention. It makes us wonder. It makes us lean in and ask the question that hangs in the air. This is not a protest in the usual sense. It is not an angry mob. It is something else entirely. It is a celebration, a festival of the human form in all its glorious, unedited variety. Old bodies run, young ones run. Scars are not hidden. Wrinkles are not smoothed away. Every shape and size is present, moving together as one. This is the first layer of the experience, a powerful visual statement breaking unspoken rules about covering ourselves in public. It is this gentle disruption that first sparks our deep and lasting curiosity. It beckons us to look past the surface and understand the story unfolding before our very eyes. The experience is deeply sensory. The feeling of the cool morning air on skin, the sound of bare feet slapping against the pavement in a rhythmic chorus, the shared scent of sweat and sunscreen. For the participants, this is a moment of heightened awareness. They are not just running a race, they are inhabiting their bodies in a way that is rare in modern life. They are present, fully and completely. This immersion in the physical self, shared with hundreds or even thousands of others, is a crucial part of the puzzle. It is the foundation upon which the deeper psychological shifts are built. A collective journey that begins with a single, brave step into the open. The sight is unforgettable. It lodges itself in the mind. The image of a man with a long gray beard running with a joyful bounce in his step. The sight of a young woman, her back painted with a sunflower, crossing a finish line with her arms raised in triumph. These are real people. Not faceless figures, but individuals, each with a story, each with a reason for being here. The initial shock begins to fade. It is replaced by a quieter, more profound sense of wonder. The scene, which at first seemed chaotic and wild, now begins to look more like a ritual, a modern ceremony with ancient roots. We see them, and our minds race to find a category. Is it a protest? A party? An act of defiance? Or is it something more personal, more internal? The truth is, it can be all of these things at once. For some, it is a political statement about body freedom and censorship. For others, it is a personal challenge, a way to overcome a lifetime of shyness or insecurity. And for many, it is simply about joy. The pure, uncomplicated fun of doing something silly and liberating with a community of like-minded souls. The complexity of these motivations is what makes the phenomenon so fascinating. It resists easy labels. The big question, the one that forms in the quiet spaces of our minds, is a simple one. But its answer is not. Why? Why would anyone willingly compete naked in front of thousands? Why would they choose to be so vulnerable, so exposed in the most public of settings? The question is not meant to be judgmental. It comes from a place of genuine curiosity. It is the same question we might ask of someone who climbs a towering mountain or sails across a vast ocean alone. We want to understand the drive. We want to comprehend the reward that must surely outweigh the immense risk. This essay seeks to answer that question, not with a single, definitive statement, but by exploring the layers of meaning that participants themselves describe. We will not find the answer in shock value or in simple exhibitionism. Instead, we will find it in the quiet moments, in the stories people tell, in the scientific understanding of group dynamics and human psychology. The answer lies in the subtle shift that happens when a person takes off their clothes and, in doing so, sheds something much heavier. It is a journey from judgment to acceptance, from isolation to connection. A journey that starts with a single, audacious question. These events are not isolated curiosities. They are part of a growing global phenomenon. From the bustling streets of Philadelphia to the sandy shores of Sydney, cities all over the world host their own versions of the nude race. Some are massive, officially sanctioned events that draw thousands. The World Naked Bike Ride takes place in dozens of cities. London, Portland. It promotes body positivity and protests dependency on oil. These events have become annual traditions, woven into local cultural fabric, a predictable and celebrated part of the summer calendar. Other events are smaller, more intimate affairs. A spontaneous streaking at a university graduation. A small group run through a quiet forest park to mark the summer solstice. Fundraisers for charity supporting cancer research. The purpose can be solemn, the purpose can be silly. These races invite curiosity about our assumptions, the first step toward deeper understanding. Across the world, and across time, the meaning of nudity changes dramatically. In many modern Western societies, the unclothed body is often seen as something private, something to be hidden. It is frequently associated with shame, vulnerability, sexuality. We are taught from a young age to cover ourselves, and this lesson is reinforced by laws, media, and social norms. This perspective is so deeply embedded that the idea of public nudity can feel shocking or transgressive. It is a violation of a fundamental social contract. But this view is not universal. It is not the only way of seeing the human form. In other cultures, both past and present, nudity is viewed as entirely natural. It is simply a state of being. These were and are social spaces where people of all ages and walks of life gather without clothes. In these contexts, the body is not a secret. It is not an object of intense scrutiny or judgment. It is just a body. Children grow up seeing people of all shapes and sizes, and they learn that this variety is normal. This cultural foundation can make the experience of public nudity feel calm, communal, even pure. Even within a single city, people hold a multitude of views. For some, a naked run is a form of protest. They are running to advocate for body rights, to challenge restrictive laws, to make a powerful statement about feminism and the objectification of the body. They want to make people think. They want to spark a conversation. Their nudity is a tool, a deliberate and strategic act designed to disrupt the status quo and demand change. The body becomes a billboard for a cause, its vulnerability transformed into a source of strength and political power. It is a way of saying, this is my body, and I will decide what it means. For others, the very same event is seen as a party. It is a celebration. They are there to share joy, to laugh, to feel a sense of wild, uninhibited freedom. They decorate their bodies with body paint, glitter, not to cover them, but to adorn them. Both of these perspectives reveal the immense power of public nudity. It can be a serious political tool. It can be a playful act of release. It can be, and often is, both at the same time. This duality is what makes these events so rich and so compelling. They hold space for the profound, the profane, the sacred, the silly. In Spain, the Sopolana nudist race, a beloved 5-kilometer beach run for 2 decades. In the United States, resorts and communities where clothing is optional and athletic events are normal. Places where outside rules are temporarily suspended. Focus shifts from how a body looks to what a body can do. It can run, it can swim, it can play. The sight of a nude race breaks ingrained social rules. It challenges the convention that bodies must be covered in public. It's the first reason these events capture attention. They are a gentle form of civil disobedience, making us stop and think about rules we follow without question. The mind holds a powerful key to understanding this phenomenon. When asked why they participate, an overwhelming number of runners report powerful feelings of liberation. They speak of feeling less judged, not more. They describe a sense of bravery, of pride, of profound self-acceptance. For some, the decision to participate in a naked run is the culmination of a long personal journey. A person may have spent years hiding their body, feeling a deep sense of shame because of scars, weight, the simple, natural process of aging. In the context of a nude race, these fears can begin to feel smaller, less significant. The reason for this is, beautifully simple. The crowd does not, and cannot, focus on any one individual body. Instead, it perceives the group as a whole. The eye is drawn to the collective movement, the river of humanity flowing down the street. In this sea of bodies, each one different, the concept of a perfect body becomes meaningless. The individual is no longer under the microscope. They are just one part of a larger, moving whole. This experience of being seen but not scrutinized, of being part of a collective where everyone is equally exposed, can make a person feel profoundly less alone. The vulnerability is shared, and in that sharing, it is transformed. Psychologists who study group behavior have long known that shared challenging experiences can build powerful bonds of trust and camaraderie. When people face a fear together or accomplish a difficult task as a team, connections form with remarkable speed. A nude race is a perfect example of such a shared act. Every single person who toes the starting line has overcome a degree of fear and social conditioning. Everyone knows the unwritten rules of respect. Everyone shares in the same risk and the same reward. This shared experience creates a temporary but powerful community, a safe space where people can accept their own bodies by accepting the bodies of others. This effect is not magic. It is a fundamental aspect of social psychology. It is the feeling of belonging. For a few hours, participants are part of a tribe where the normal hierarchies of appearance fall away. No one is richer or poorer, more or less fashionable. There are no labels. There is only the shared reality of the human body in all its imperfect glory. This radical equality, however fleeting, can be deeply healing. Confidence often grows in small, incremental steps. The journey for a participant in a nude race does not begin at the starting line. It begins weeks earlier, months earlier, with the quiet decision to sign up. That first click of a button is an act of courage. The next step is simply showing up on the day of the event, pushing past the last-minute doubts and anxieties. Then comes the moment of disrobing, often in a crowd of strangers who are all doing the same. And finally, there is the run itself. Each stage is a small victory, a personal milestone that builds upon the last. At the finish line, the emotional release is often palpable. Some people weep openly, shedding tears not of sadness, but of relief and triumph. Some seek out a friend or a partner for a long, heartfelt hug. Many simply stand in a state of quiet disbelief, a slow smile spreading. I have spent my entire life hiding. Today, I ran. I felt the sun in the air, and for the first time, I don't feel small anymore. These simple words reveal the profound personal transformation that can occur. There is also an incredible amount of joy. These runs are not solemn or grim affairs. They are filled with laughter, with music, with an infectious sense of playfulness. People adorn their bodies not with clothes but with colorful body paint, garlands of flowers, whimsical hats, funny shoes. Some runners carry signs with witty slogans. Some form teams to raise money for a cause they believe in. The atmosphere is often a unique blend of silliness and sincerity. This growth in confidence can have a lasting impact. For many, the bravery they discover during the race does not disappear at the finish line. It is a feeling they carry with them back into their everyday lives. A person who was once afraid to wear a swimsuit at the beach might find that fear has lessened. Someone who always avoided looking in the mirror might begin to see their reflection with a kinder, more accepting eye. The race becomes a reference point, a memory of a time they faced a fear and discovered they were stronger, braver, and more resilient than they ever believed possible. To truly understand why people run, we must listen to their voices. The stories of the participants are the heart of the matter. A young man, a student, did it for the thrill, for a story to tell friends for years. For him, it was an adventure, a youthful act of rebellion. A grandmother, hair in a bright scarf, ran to prove to herself and to the world that she is still strong, still vital, still full of life. Her run is a celebration of health, a defiant stand against invisibility with age. A young person, survivor of an eating disorder, ran to reclaim their body. Running naked in a supportive environment is a powerful step in healing, stopping the enemy narrative, starting a narrative of strength and capability. The stories are varied, simple, honest, profoundly human. This act is rarely just about clothes. It is about shedding shame, shedding fear, shedding negative stories about our bodies. Critics raise important concerns: public safety, consent, potential for discomfort or exploitation. These are valid questions. The most successful events address them head-on. They work with local authorities to ensure a safe, permitted route. They have clear rules about respectful behavior and photography. They rely on the consent of everyone involved, from the runners to the volunteers to the spectators. History adds another layer of depth. In ancient art, in spiritual rituals, the naked form symbolized truth, purity, connection to nature. Over centuries, clothing signified status, religion, modesty. Yet the body stayed a canvas for our deepest experiences. Today's nude races echo those traditions. They are a way to declare, we are human. We are in this together. Our bodies, in all their diversity, are worthy of celebration. It offers a glimpse of a world where one's worth is not tied to one's appearance, and for many, that glimpse is more than enough. At the end of the day, a clear and surprising truth emerges. Most people who run naked in public are not doing it for the shock value alone. They are not primarily seeking to offend or to provoke. They are doing it to feel free, to symbolically break a rule that once held power over them, a rule that made them feel small or ashamed. They are doing it to laugh. They are doing it to connect. They are doing it to heal. The act can bring both a wild, exhilarating thrill and a profound sense of peace. It can make a person feel incredibly brave and deeply, quietly seen. Spectators clap. They offer water. They shout words of encouragement. They take photos from a respectful distance, capturing the joy of the event. You are welcome here. You belong. So when we next see a city street filled with naked runners, we can look beyond the initial surprise. We can feel the shock. That is natural. But then we can ask questions. We can listen for the stories hidden in plain sight. We can remember that the body, ours and others, is part of the human experience, not something to hide. We can choose curiosity instead of judgment. We can choose kindness. We can choose care. The final image is a gentle one. A runner has just finished the race. They sit on the curb, catching their breath, a foil blanket draped over their shoulders. They are tired and happy. They look down at their hands, a small, private smile. Around them, others hug and celebrate. The sun is low, casting a soft, golden light. In that quiet moment, the loud, shocking idea of the race melts away. What is left is a simple human truth. People run naked in public not to shock us forever, but to find a small moment of freedom. They run to feel less judged. They run to feel more alive.